Well, another year's coming to a close, and we're all looking ahead to the new year.
Hmm.
I think it's safe to say we're all hoping for a little extra financial stability in the new year, right? Maybe even some of that abundance everyone's always talking about.
Yeah, it's a common theme this time of year, isn't it? A fresh start, a chance to kind of manifest our dreams and goals,
Yeah,
including the financial ones, of course.
exactly. And, there's this whole idea of numerology. Have you ever heard about this?
Oh, yeah.
Where certain numbers might have an energy connected to attracting financial abundance.
Hmm.
It's not about winning the lottery or anything like that, but it's more about aligning yourself with positive energy
Mm.
and maybe even becoming more aware of opportunities you might otherwise miss. Think about it. Have you ever noticed certain numbers popping up around you more often than others? Maybe on receipts, addresses, or even in dreams?
It is fascinating, isn't it? The way those patterns kind of emerge. But it's important to remember, though, numbers themselves don't hold any magical power. It's more about how we interpret them and use them as a framework for our intentions and actions.
Okay, so let's unpack this a little bit. What are some of these numbers that might be worth paying attention to in the new year?
Well, according to some numerologists, those born on the 3rd, 8th, 13th, or 21st of any month might find themselves with some unexpected financial upswings in the coming year.
The 13th, huh? That's interesting. We Americans, we usually think of 13 as unlucky, right? But maybe it's all about perspective.
Exactly. Someone born on the 13th who avoids taking risks out of superstition might miss out on opportunities for financial growth. But someone who sees it as a sign to be bold and embrace the unexpected could find themselves reaping the rewards.
So it's almost like a self-fulfilling prophecy, right?
Hmm.
If you believe something's going to be lucky for you, you might more likely to notice and act on opportunities that align with that belief.
Precisely. And action is key, by the way. No amount of positive thinking will bring abundance if you're not willing to put in the effort as well.
Right, you can't just sit back and wait for the money to fall from the sky. Speaking of which, what about those of us born on the 5th, 10th, 15th, or 17th? Any financial insights for us?
These birth dates are also associated with potential financial upswings in the coming year. But again, it's not about passively waiting for luck to strike. It's about being open to new possibilities and taking action when they arise.
So all you listeners out there, do any of these numbers resonate with you? Have you experienced something similar where a certain number seemed to be connected to a positive shift in your finances? We'd love to hear your stories in the comments.
Yeah, I think personal experiences can be so powerful in terms of illustrating how these concepts play out in real life.
Okay, so let's say you're feeling inspired, you're ready to embrace the energy of abundance. What are some practical things people can do to invite that financial growth?
Well, a simple yet effective practice is incorporating daily affirmations into your routine. Something as simple as starting your day with a positive statement like, I am a money magnet. I attract abundance and prosperity.
I love that.
Can really set the tone for the entire day.
Yeah. It's like that old American adage, speak it into existence.
Right. And the key is to not just say the words, but to really believe them. Visualize yourself living abundantly, feeling the joy and security that come with it.
It's about tapping into that American spirit of optimism and possibility. The belief that anything is possible if you set your mind to it.
Absolutely. And it's important to remember that achieving financial abundance is often a journey, not an overnight success story. Requires patience, persistence, and a willingness to adapt and learn along the way.
Right, no one's saying it's going to be easy, but the rewards can be worth the effort. Okay, so affirmations are a good starting point. What else can people do to attract financial abundance?
Colors can also play a role. Green and gold, for example, are often associated with financial growth and prosperity.
Makes sense.
Right.
Green, like money, like the lush, fertile fields of the American heartland. And gold, well, that speaks for itself.
Exactly. So
Wow.
incorporating those colors into your daily life, whether it's through clothing, decor, or even just visualizing them, can be a subtle yet powerful reminder of your intentions.
That's really interesting. Now, I know we talked about those specific birth dates associated with financial upswings, but what about days of the week? Do those have any significance?
They do. For those born on the 8th, 13th, or 25th, Wednesdays and Fridays are considered to be particularly auspicious for financial matters.
So maybe schedule those important meetings or financial decisions for those days.
It couldn't hurt. But remember, while these external factors can be helpful, the most important thing is your own effort and initiative. Think of it like this. You're the captain of your own ship. You set the course, you adjust the sails, and you navigate through the storms.
I love that analogy. It's about taking ownership of your financial journey,
Yeah.
not relying solely on those external factors. Speaking of ownership, are there any specific rituals people can try to attract abundance and take control of their financial future?
Absolutely. One powerful ritual is the morning affirmation. As soon as you wake up, before you even get out of bed, repeat the phrase, "Any action I take leads to wealth and abundance 3 times." It's about aligning your actions with your intentions right from the start.
Wow, that's powerful. It's like setting the tone for the day, reminding yourself that every decision you make can contribute to your financial well-being.
Precisely. And speaking of rituals, have you ever heard of the practice of placing coins by the front door for financial energy and protection?
That's interesting. It reminds me of those little traditions we have here in America, like finding a penny on the ground and saying, find a penny, pick it up all day long, you'll have good luck. Or carrying a lucky rabbit's foot. It's like these little rituals help us connect with that desire for good fortune. They may not be based on logic, but they give us a sense of hope and agency.
Yeah, it's a way of tapping into something beyond ourselves, of acknowledging that there are forces at play that we may not fully understand.
Okay, so we've got morning affirmations, coins by the door. Any other tips for boosting that financial energy? I'm feeling like I need all the help I can get.
Well, for those born in December 2025, holds a unique potential for unexpected financial gains.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, this could come from unexpected sources,
Okay.
like a debt being repaid, an inheritance, a promotion, or even just a lucky break. It's like that saying, April showers bring May flowers. December might bring some unexpected financial gifts that could bloom into something bigger throughout the year.
December birthdays are in for a treat. But how can people make sure they don't miss these opportunities? Sometimes those lucky breaks can be pretty subtle, right?
That's true. That's where paying attention to signs and synchronicities comes in. It's about being aware of those little nudges from the universe. Notice repeating numbers, unusual coincidences, or even those gut feelings that tell you to take action.
It's like that time I found a $20 bill on the ground the day I was going to buy a lottery ticket.
Oh, yeah.
I almost didn't buy it. But then I thought, hey, this could be a sign. And guess what? I won. Not $1 million or anything, but enough to treat myself to a nice dinner.
Exactly. See, it's not always about major windfalls. Sometimes those little synchronicities are just the universe's way of saying, you're on the right track. Keep going.
Okay, so December babies, keep your eyes peeled and your intuition sharp. But what about the rest of us? Any advice on honing that intuition and recognizing those signs?
For those born on the 2nd, 4th, 9th, or 27th, developing your intuition is crucial.
Okay.
These dates are said to enhance your connection to the world's energy, making you more sensitive to those subtle cues and premonitions.
It's almost like having a sixth sense, right?
Yeah.
That inner voice that guides you toward the right path. Have you ever had an experience where you just knew something was going to happen and then it did? Maybe you felt drawn to a certain investment or you had a hunch about a job opportunity. We want to hear about it. Share your stories of intuition and financial synchronicities in the comments.
I think it's amazing how often our intuition leads us in the right direction, especially when it comes to finances.
So true. Speaking of connecting with energy, this next tip involves connecting with nature. For those born between the 15th and 19th, spending time outdoors, especially during a waxy moon, can be incredibly beneficial for attracting abundance.
There's something so grounding and rejuvenating about being in nature.
Oh, for sure.
It's no wonder that so many Americans find solace and inspiration in the great outdoors. From the mountains to the beaches, nature has a way of reminding us of the abundance that surrounds us.
Right. We have this incredible legacy of national parks and protected lands in this country. It's like we instinctively know that connecting with nature is essential for our well-being, but how can we tap into that natural energy specifically for financial growth?
Well, there's a simple grounding ritual you can try. Find a quiet spot in nature, stand barefoot on the earth, and repeat the phrase, "Nature is my ally, wealth is my result," 3 times. Visualize roots growing from your feet connecting you to the earth's energy. Feel that energy rising up through your body, filling you with abundance.
That's beautiful. And for those who can't get out into nature as often as they'd like, what do you recommend?
Well, consider bringing a bit of nature indoors with a money tree.
Oh, okay.
In Feng Shui, the southeast corner of your home is associated with wealth and abundance, so placing your money tree there can help to activate that energy.
Feng Shui is fascinating, isn't it? It's all about creating harmony and balance in your surroundings,
Yeah.
which can have such a positive impact on all areas of your life, including your finances. It's like that American saying, cleanliness is next to godliness. When your space is organized and aligned with your intentions, it can create a sense of peace and clarity that allows abundance to flow more freely.
Exactly. And speaking of aligning your intentions, let's talk about the power of gratitude. For those born on the 2nd or 9th, cultivating a sense of gratitude for what you already have is key to unlocking even greater abundance in 2025.
Gratitude is such a powerful emotion. It's about appreciating the blessings in your life, both big and small.
Yeah.
And it's something that's deeply ingrained in American culture, would you say?
Oh, absolutely.
We celebrate Thanksgiving every year, a holiday dedicated entirely to expressing gratitude.
Yeah, it's a reminder that even when times are tough, there's always something to be thankful for.
So true.
And when you shift your focus to gratitude, you shift your energy from a state of lack to a state of abundance.
It's like that saying, what you focus on expands, right? If you're constantly dwelling on what you don't have, you're more likely to attract more lack. But if you focus on what you're grateful for, you open yourself up to receiving even more blessings.
Precisely. And it's not just about feeling grateful internally, it's about actively expressing that gratitude. Write down 3 things you're thankful for each day, or take a moment to appreciate the beauty around you. Share your gratitude with others. The more you express gratitude, the more you'll find to be grateful for.
I love that. It's a positive feedback loop.
Okay.
So gratitude is key, but what about those negative thoughts that creep in? I'll never be able to afford that, or I'm not good enough to deserve success kind of thoughts. How do we combat those? They can be so insidious.
Yeah, those limiting beliefs can be tough to overcome, but it's definitely possible. Remember that American spirit of resilience and determination. We're a nation that's built on overcoming challenges.
We landed on the moon, for crying out loud.
Yeah.
If we can do that, we can definitely overcome some negative self-talk.
Exactly. And one of the best ways to combat those negative thoughts is with positive affirmations.
Ah, affirmations again. They're like the Swiss Army knife of personal development.
They really are. And when it comes to negative thoughts, affirmations are like a mental reset button.
Oh.
Whenever a limiting belief pops up, replace it with a positive affirmation that affirms your worthiness and your ability to achieve your goals.
So instead of thinking, I'll never be able to afford that dream vacation, you'd say something like, I am attracting the resources I need to create the vacation of my dreams.
Exactly. It's about shifting your mindset from scarcity to abundance, from limitation to possibility.
It's like that American entrepreneurial spirit, isn't it?
Yeah.
We're always looking for creative solutions, for
Mhm.
ways to make things happen, even when the odds seem stacked against us.
Absolutely. And that same spirit can be applied to our personal finances.
Okay. So as we get closer to the new year, a lot of people are thinking about setting resolutions. Any advice on how to align those resolutions with financial abundance?
This is where that powerful New Year's Eve ritual comes in.
Okay.
On New Year's Eve, take some time to write down your financial goals as if they've already been achieved.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
It's like writing your own success story before it even happens. It's a very American concept, that idea of manifesting your destiny.
And it's not just about writing it down, it's about feeling the emotions of having already achieved those goals. Visualize yourself living that abundant life, feeling the joy, the freedom, the security.
So really immerse yourself in that feeling of success.
Exactly. And this ritual is especially potent for those born on the 4th, 6th, or 11th, as their energy is closely tied to stability and accumulation.
So for those specific birthdays, this New Year's Eve ritual could be extra powerful.
Precisely. It's about aligning your actions with the natural energies associated with your birth date.
Wow, this has been so insightful.
It is, isn't it? There's so much to explore when it comes to attracting financial abundance. It's a fascinating blend of mindset, action, and a little bit of magic.
Well, I think we've given our listeners a lot to think about and maybe even try out as we head into the new year. But before we wrap up, I want to touch on something we briefly mentioned earlier, the idea that sometimes things happen in life that are outside of our control.
Right, those unexpected curveballs that life throws our way.
Exactly. Unexpected expenses, job loss, global pandemics. These things can really disrupt our plans, especially when it comes to finances. So how can we stay resilient and maintain that positive financial energy, even when things get tough?
It all comes back to mindset. Remember that American spirit of resilience and ingenuity. We're a nation that's overcome incredible challenges. We've faced depressions, wars, natural disasters, and we've always come out stronger on the other side.
It's like that saying, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
Exactly. And that applies to our financial lives as well. When faced with a financial setback, instead of getting caught up in that fear and despair, ask yourself, What can I learn from this? What opportunities might be hidden within this challenge?
It's about shifting your perspective
Right.
from victim to victor.
Right.
It's about remembering that you have the power to choose how you respond to any situation.
Precisely. And that's where those American values of self-reliance and resourcefulness come into play. We're a nation of problem solvers, of innovators, of people who roll up their sleeves and get things done.
We're the land of the free and the home of the brave, after all.
Right. And that bravery extends to our financial lives as well. It's about having the courage to face our fears, to take risks, to get back up when we fall down, and to keep striving towards our goals.
I love that. So even when things feel uncertain, remember that you have the power to create a positive outcome. It might not be easy, but with the right mindset, a little bit of ingenuity, and that unshakable American spirit, you can overcome anything.
Absolutely. And remember, you're not alone on this journey. We're all in this together, facing challenges and celebrating triumphs along the way.
And that's what this community is all about. We're here to support each other, share our experiences, and offer encouragement. So if you're facing a financial challenge right now, or if you've overcome one in the past, we want to hear from you. Share your story in the comments below. Your experience could inspire someone else who's going through something similar.
There's so much power in sharing our stories and learning from each other's experiences.
Okay, we've covered a lot of ground today. We've talked about the power's mindset, the importance of setting intentions and taking action, and the significance of rituals, numerology, and even a bit of feng shui. We've explored the unique energy of specific birth dates and days of the week. And we've tapped into that American spirit of resilience, resourcefulness, and gratitude.
And through it all, we've emphasized the importance of believing in yourself and your ability to create a financially abundant life.
Right? It's all about embracing that can-do spirit and remembering that you have the power to create the life you desire. And as we wrap up this deep dive, I want to leave you with one final thought. What small step can you take today to shift your financial energy towards abundance? It could be something as simple as writing down your financial goals, or even just taking a moment to appreciate what you already have.
Yeah.
Every step, no matter how small, can make a difference.
That's such a great point. It's not about trying to overhaul your entire life overnight. It's about making small, sustainable changes that add up over time. As we've been diving deep into this topic of financial abundance, I've been thinking about how much our beliefs and attitudes about money are shaped by the culture we grow up in.
Oh, absolutely.
Here in America, we have a fascinating and sometimes contradictory relationship with wealth. On the one hand, we admire those who achieve financial success, those self-made entrepreneurs and innovators who embody the American dream.
Right. We love those rags to riches stories.
Yeah.
The ones that prove that anything is possible with hard work and determination.
Exactly. But on the other hand, there's often this underlying suspicion of wealth. This idea that money is somehow corrupting, or that rich people must have done something shady to get where they are.
It's like that saying, money is the root of all evil.
Yeah.
But isn't it the love of money that's the root of all evil? Money itself is just a tool.
Right. Precisely. And I think these conflicting messages can create a lot of internal conflict when it comes to our own financial aspirations. If we subconsciously believe that wealth is bad or that we don't deserve to be prosperous, it's going to be very difficult to attract abundance into our lives.
So how do we break free from those limiting beliefs? They can be so deeply ingrained, almost like a cultural inheritance.
Well, it starts with awareness. Recognize those negative thoughts and beliefs that you might have inherited from your family, your community, or even from society at large. Pay attention to your self-talk.
Yeah.
What are you saying to yourself about money? Is it positive and empowering? Or is it rooted in fear and scarcity?
It's like shining a light on those shadows, those hidden beliefs that might be holding us back.
Exactly. Once you're aware of them, you can start to challenge them. Ask yourself, is this belief really true? Is it serving me? Does it align with the life I want to create?
And if the answer is no, it's time to let it go. Easier said than done, I know, but it's possible to reprogram those negative thought patterns.
Absolutely. It's about rewriting your internal script and creating a new narrative about money, one that supports your goals and aspirations.
So instead of thinking money is the root of all evil, it becomes money is a tool that can be used for good, for creating positive change in the world.
Exactly. It's about shifting your perspective and seeing money as a resource, an energy that can be used to create, to build, to give back, to make a difference.
And that ties into another beautiful aspect of American culture, our spirit of generosity. We're a nation of givers, of people who step up to help those in need, whether it's through charitable donations, volunteer work, or simply lending a helping hand.
And that generosity, that spirit of abundance, is something to be celebrated. It reinforces the idea that there's enough to go around, that wealth can be a source of good in the world.
It's like that saying, the more you give, the more you receive. It's not about giving to get, but about creating a positive flow of energy, a cycle of abundance that benefits everyone.
Precisely. And remember, generosity isn't just about money. It's about sharing your time, your talents, your kindness, your love. It's about making a positive impact on the world in whatever way you can.
I love that. It's about living a life of purpose, of meaning, of contributing to something larger than ourselves. So as we wrap up this deep dive into financial abundance, what's one final thought you want to leave our listeners with?
Remember that financial abundance is a journey, not a destination. It's about continuously learning, growing, and evolving your relationship with money. It's about aligning your thoughts, your beliefs, and your actions with your values and your goals. And it's about trusting that you have the power to create a life of not only financial prosperity, but also fulfillment, joy, and abundance in all areas of your life.
Beautifully said. And for those of you listening, we want to hear from you. What resonated with you most in this episode? What are you committed to doing to shift your financial energy towards abundance? Share your insights and intentions in the comments below. Until next time, keep believing in yourselves, keep reaching for those dreams, and keep embracing that beautiful American spirit of possibility.